What's up, PML? It's Mally Rojo here with the Rookie Watch Week 2. Sorry it's a little bit late. Got caught up at work and wasn't able to do it right in advance, but we're going to get this out before Week 3. And then Week 3 will come out when all those games are done. Let me get over. Do this a little bit different than last time. Last time we were able to just go to stats because it was everyone's first week, but we'll have to go to the schedule this time around. Alright, so I'm going to do just like last time. I'm going to do my top 5, and then I'm going to do some honorable mentions. And I had the rookies really got more busy this second week. I had a way bigger list of honorable mentions that I had to kind of narrow down because I didn't want to do too much for the video. So I did kind of narrow it down, so there was some that got put out because I didn't want to go too much. But yeah, the rookies were definitely more active this week in Week 2, especially in defense. Seen a lot more defense on the top 5 and in the honorable mentions than before. So let's hop into it. I'm gonna go start off with number 1 first. So I gotta get down here. Let's see. Where's that game? Steelers Bears. So Bears lost this game, but he wasn't able to get much going, but he was able to get, you know what, I'm in the wrong damn week. Okay, here we go. Bears game this week. Let's see. Sorry about that. Vikings Bears. He was only able to get in the end zone one time, but there was one player on his team that really stepped up, and that was Rondell Moore, the rookie. 5'9" speedster, 6 for 101 and a touchdown. So he was able to get at least that wide receiver going, and hopefully he can. Looks like he had some trouble in Week 3 as we saw there too, but if he can keep Rondell Moore looking good, maybe he can improve him, get him looking better for the future, because it looks like he's doing good despite not being able to get much offense going. He's still able to get a little bit going there in the passing game. It looks like the interceptions and maybe some bad decision making is killing him, but when Moore does get out there, he's a speedster, man. He's a beast, so he can get it done. So that's our number 1 this week. And let me go into number 2. Sorry, I got these written down, so I'm just looking at my list. Alright. So number 2, we're going to be going to a defensive player pretty high up this week. And you go to the Niners game where it was a 31-3 blowout. Trevor Lawrence almost made the list. He's kind of getting an honorable mention here, but he only had 4 passes total, so he was 4 for 4. And he only had 120 yards, but as you see the rating going 4 for 4, 100% completion. He was able to get a touchdown, so he's pretty much getting an honorable mention right here as well. But I figure I might as well just jump into that since it's right there. But let's go back to our number 2, and that's over on defense. That is his strong safety, Jacoby Stevens. Now, he only had 3 tackles, but he made some big defensive plays. He had an interception that he took for 85 yards. And that ended up going for a touchdown. And then, as you can see, he also forced a fumble. So he was doing things for his defense and for his team to get scores. So an 85-yard touchdown, pick 6 to the house. That's what you want to see out of your rookies. So Jacoby Stevens made our number 2 today. And our number 3, let's check it out. What do we got for number 3? All right. So let me hop into there it is, Packers. So Packers, he finally got the rookie quarterback going. He took an L in this one, and he did throw some interceptions, but man, his rookie went for 344 yards, did get a touchdown. Like I said before in the other video, 2 interceptions for a rookie, especially in this league and when you're playing Super Bowl champion, it's nothing too crazy. So I'm not going to fault him too much for that. And he's also using him in the run game big time, 6 for 53. So he's getting his leg work in too. And the only thing I would worry about there is it looks like he's not dropping down when he should, because he has 3 fumbles there. I don't know how many of those he lost, but man, if you're losing 3 fumbles, I don't know if that's getting sacked in the backfield, just not the O-line holding up for him, or I don't know if that's him actually taking the ball out and not wanting to slide, but got to fix that. 3 fumbles, that's no good. But just the sheer volume of 344 yards and 53 rushing yards, he still had to make our list, and looks like it's an improvement at quarterback for him there, and I think he likes him, so he should be hopefully doing better in the future. And going against the Super Bowl defending champion there, it's a tough task for anybody, so can't fault them for losing there too much. Let's see, number 4. All right, and this is a second appearance on the top 5. He was in the week 1, and now he's made it into the week 2 list as well at number 4. It's the rookie middle linebacker Dorian Etheridge for the Minnesota Vikings. He got in there, got 7 tackles, but he also had 2 interceptions, so he's getting turnovers for his defense, 15 yards. He didn't get any touchdowns out of that, but 2 interceptions, that's change of possession. That's big for your team, and he's also getting deflections as well. So I think he likes to user that middle linebacker. I'm not for sure because I didn't catch all the game, but it looks like he might be using that middle linebacker, and he likes him a lot. And he's been doing good for him 2 weeks in a row. So he could be one of the, at the end of the year, he keeps using him like this, he could be one of the top rookie defensive players. Might see him on that list. All right. So let's go to number 5. I'm going to move to Seattle. Where his rookie Jake Houseman was able to pull down 5 catches for 83 yards and a touchdown. So he's getting a lot of usage out of his rookie tight end, 6'4". It seems like he didn't make our list or honorable mentions last week, so this is kind of his breakout game. So we'll see if he continues to use them. But he had a good week this week, so we'll see if he made it number 5. And now we'll go on to the honorable mentions. And there's a player I want to go to first that he almost made my top 5. Like, I felt bad not putting him on my top 5 because it looks like he had a lot of action, and that's over here in the Bucks. I almost thought doing like a tie for 5th because he had his middle linebacker Devon Hunter had 12 tackles. I think that's the highest any rookie has had in a single game all year so far. And he also got 2 tackles for loss. The only reason why he didn't make my list over some of the other defenders in this top 5 was because even though he had the high volume of tackles and a couple tackles for loss, I didn't see any interceptions or forced fumbles or touchdowns like the other defensive players had, where they were actually making changing this possession or getting a touchdown. So, but 12 tackles, he's still getting a lot of action, and Buccaneers won that game. So they were able to hold the offense of the other team. So I kind of felt bad leaving him out, but he's almost like a 5B, 5A, 5B. That's what I'm going to consider him. The rest are, my regular honorable mentions. Felt like he should get a step up. So let's see what else I got for honorable mentions. Oh, I don't know why I went out of there, because do we got nope. Alright. Oh yeah, I need to stay in that one because we got an honorable mention from Carolina, who was also in that game. Sorry guys, my list is kind of confusing. I have a bunch of jumbled down stuff written down. I was getting confused with myself. So one of my honorable mentions is Carolina's right end, DeAndre Thomas, the rookie. He had 4 tackles and a tackle for loss, but something rare you'll see from a right end. He got an interception. That doesn't happen too often. Usually it's the quarterback getting hit when he's dropping back and throws like a little turd and So one of the right ends intercepts or something. So I don't know if it was a situation like that or if he actually dropped him back into coverage and got an interception there. But you don't see that too often, so thought we should give him some props there because he did get the 4 tackles, tackle for loss. He was able to pull down an interception. All right, let me see any more from that game. That's it for that game. All right, I'm going to move on to... We just talked about the Seahawks, but we got one from the Titans here. Look out for Kenneth Murray Jr. He had 7 tackles, a tackle for loss. He also pulled down an interception and had a deflection as well. So he did another middle linebacker that's showing up. Seems like these middle linebacker rookies are getting a lot of action. Usually that a lot of people use the middle linebacker or a safety or something like that. So he's probably getting a lot of user action. So looks like it's working out for him. He's getting some tackles and some interceptions and deflections. So props to Kenneth Murray. Let's see what else. Okay, let's see. Gonna go all the way over to KC. On the defensive side of the ball for KC, his strong safety Marcelino Ball had 3 tackles, a tackle for loss, an interception, 2 deflections. Wanted to put him on my honorable mentions because anytime these rookies are getting interceptions, changing the possession, getting the deflections and the tackles as well, and the tackle for loss, so they're all around doing something. They're getting back there, getting the quarterback, drop back, getting an interception, and they're also keeping guys from catching the ball and making some tackles. So that's good to see from these rookies. Let's see. Go back to Dallas. So this is a rare position to see showing up. But it looks like Dallas is using his fullback in some running plays, and looks like he had some big ones. He only had 2 rushes, but for 48 yards, so 24 average, and he was able to get a touchdown. So it looks like he's using his fullback in the running game, and it's working out for him. And he's also getting him involved over here in the passing game with 2 for 10. So nothing crazy there in terms of yards, but the fullback really never gets any love because he's mostly out there blocking, and every once in a while catch something out of the backfield for a few yards or something. So it's not too often that you see these fullbacks making huge plays, so thought I'd show him some love. Oh, you know what? I don't know why I just did that because we got another one from Dallas. Sorry about that. Let me get back in there. So over on the defensive side, he had his right end, KJ Henry, getting in there for 6 tackles and a tackle for loss. And then he had a fumble recovery that he took for a touchdown. So had to give him props for that. Took it for 15 yards. A lot of time that's probably a situation where someone else sacked the quarterback. He didn't force the fumble, so someone else probably sacked the quarterback, fumbled it, and he picked it up, took it for a touchdown. But rookie getting a touchdown, and then he had a good decent amount of tackles too, and got a tackle for a loss himself. So we give him some props. Alright, and it looks like that's actually it for my honorable mentions. I had some other ones. There was some ones that barely made it. These guys just missed out, so I won't go and look at all the stats and stuff, but I'll just mention their names. Jerry Jeudy from Miami had a decent game. Brock Wright from Tennessee, the tight end, had a decent game. Eli Stowe from Seattle, he only had 2 receptions, and it was only about 20 yards, but he was able to get a touchdown. Davis Mills from Washington, he had a decent game. Nothing crazy. I think he was just under 200 yards with 188, if I remember correctly. These are just going off the top of my head, so like I said, I'm not going to go in there, but it was somewhere around there. And he had I think he had a couple interceptions and a touchdown. I think that's why he didn't quite make the list, is because the efficiency wasn't quite there on the low yardage. And then Lorenzo Burns, the cornerback from the New York Jets, got some work done. And then Avery Williams from the Green Bay Packers is another one to look out for. So, yeah, that's my top 5 in the rookie watch and honorable mentions. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys have any suggestions, let me know. Always appreciate it. I know I was a little jumbled today. It's a late night. My list was all crazy. I put it together pretty quick, but hope you guys enjoyed the video.